We will never forget what Mubarak did to destroy Egypt during 30 years. 1. I will not forget the death of 50 Egyptian artists in the fire of the Beni Suef Theatre in 2005. 2. I did not forget the Sharm el-Sheikh bombings. 3. I have not forgotten 10 massacres of Copts, in which 183 Copts were killed, the last of which was the Church of the Saints. 4. I have not forgotten the 1,400 Egyptians who were martyred on the peace ship in 1998. 5. I did not forget the martyrs of the express ship. 6. I have not forgotten the 400 Egyptians who were martyred on the Upper Egypt Railway. 7. I have not forgotten the martyrs of the Al-Ayat railway accidents. 8. I will not forget the catastrophe of the collapse of Al-Duwaker houses. 9. I have not forgotten the Tabba Hilton bombings. 10. I did not forget Batuti's plane, and the army leader's treachery against it in 1998. 11. I have not forgotten the daily accidents of neglected and bad roads, and the thousands of road victims without compensation. 12. I have not forgotten the corruption of most government ministries and sectors, including the police, information, culture, housing, and transportation. 13. I have not forgotten the bribery and administrative corruption of state agencies, as a result of poor salaries and lack of oversight. 14. I will not forget not holding any corrupt person accountable, whose smell reeks, and the government contenting itself with changing positions and not holding him accountable. 15. I have not forgotten the privatization of public sector companies, the theft of their funds, and the reign of Prime Minister Atef Ebaid, who sold Egypt on your orders for fear of the Americans. 16. I have not forgotten the real estate tax and the insurance and pension funds that were lost in speculation and stock exchanges in America. 17. I will not forget the destruction of education, and the appointment of a pediatrician with the rank of Minister of Education, Hussein Kamal Bahar al-Din. 18. I will not forget the Suez Canal imports, which used to go directly to you. 19. I have not forgotten the deterioration of the health service and the merciless death of Egyptians. 20. I did not forget treatment at the expense of the state for non-eligible women, only for accountants. 21. I have not forgotten the theft of state lands and looting without conscience. 22. I will not forget the division of the lands of Sinai among a number of close businessmen, and the marginalization of the people, who are the origin of Egypt. 23. I have not forgotten the neglect of the people of Upper Egypt and Nubia. 24. I have not forgotten the marginalization of Sinai, Matru and the New Valley. 25. I have not forgotten the loss of the middle class, which is the pillar of any respectable country. 26. I have not forgotten the Toshka project, and the loss of billions in the air, because Washington said no to this genius legislator. 27. I have not forgotten the neglect of relations with the Nile Basin countries and the implementation of the orders of America and Israel, which led to them threatening Egypt to prevent the waters of the Nile from us. 28. I have not forgotten the partition of Sudan, Israel's clear and egregious interference in the issue. and the absence of the role of Egyptian intelligence, on your orders, for fear of the wrath of the Americans. 29. I have not forgotten your support for the Americans to strike Iraq. 30. I did not forget the sale of Egyptian gas to Israel in general. 31. I have not forgotten the emigration of young people, the drowning in the Mediterranean Sea, and the humiliation of the dignity of Egyptians in Arab countries. 32. I didn't forget Boutros Ghali and the workers' taxes under several names. 33. I have not forgotten the siege of Gaza. 34. I did not forget the martyrs of torture. 35. I have not forgotten the political detainees. 36. I have not forgotten Khalid Said, Syed Bilal, and Marwa el-Sherbani. 37. I have not forgotten the spread of drugs and prostitution. 38. I have not forgotten the traffic law, which aims at theft, not protecting citizens. 39. I haven't forgotten the human organ theft mafia. 40. I did not forget the election fraud, and the police supported the warning. 41. I have not forgotten the distortion of the Constitution. 42. I have not forgotten the water crises, the bread queues, and the gas pipes. 43. I have not forgotten the arrival of meat for £100 during your blessed era. 44. I have not forgotten how many vegetables and foods have become carcinogenic, and the import of seeds from Israel. 45. I have not forgotten the devastation of the famous Egyptian cotton cultivation. 46. I have not forgotten the beaten Chinese products, which flooded the markets without any control over their quality. 47. I have not forgotten the exaggeration of building materials and the monopoly of iron. 48. I have not forgotten spinsterhood, and the phenomenon of harassment in the Egyptian street. 49. I have not forgotten poverty, hunger, humiliation, nepotism, and unemployment. Disgraced president. 50. I have not forgotten what tear gas did to us during the demonstrations, some of which were innocent, from the Brotherhood, the Salafis, the Fifth Column, the April 6th movement, and the Fourth Generation Wars led by Ibrahim Issa, some pro-American businessmen, and some members of the syndicate. Journalists from the Socialist Revolutionaries, anarchists and others. 51. I have not forgotten your disregard for 30,000 Egyptian youth, on the day of the January 25, 2011 uprising, as if Egypt was your estate. 52. I have not forgotten the day you cut off our communications as if we were a flock of sheep. 53. I haven't forgotten the day you cut off our internet. 54. I have not forgotten the scenes of the injured on Friday of anger on January 28, 2011. 55. I have not forgotten your provocative speech after the Friday of anger. 56. I have not forgotten the scene of the police hitting the prostrating worshippers with water cannons. 57. I have not forgotten the day when the police withdrew from their posts and the prisons were evacuated. 58. I did not forget to run over police cars and diplomatic cars, specifically the U.S. Embassy, to the demonstrators, and they did nothing. 59 I have not forgotten how you described the majority of the people as the few who had been infiltrated after the exit of millions, asking you to leave, and telling you, I will not walk. He will walk. 60 I did not forget the men of your regime and what they did to us, including Safwat al-Sharif, Zakaria Azmi, Ahmed Ez, Ahmed Nazif, Fathi Saror, Boutros Ghali, Aisha Abdul Hadi, Jamal Mubarak. 61 I did not forget the hundreds of injured the day that we attacked the thugs. 62 I have not forgotten the martyrs of the January 25, 2011 uprising. 63 I have not forgotten those who were killed by live bullets, which are internationally prohibited. 64 I have not forgotten the horses and camels descending on Tahrir Square to run over and kill the demonstrators with axes and knives, and it was said about the Battle of the Camel. 65 I did not forget the snipers at the top of Tahrir Square to take our lives. 66 I did not forget the 160 bodies of the revolutionaries in the morgue of Zeinhom, who were not recognized by their companions. 67 I did not forget the famous Al-Middan song, which was used by Egyptian youth other than the Brotherhood and the Salafists, and it was, so and so. Who was with me that day, an hour when they started shooting bullets, so and so, whose name I do not know, and he always says, by my cousin and salvation. Mr. President, the dictator. You are not my father. My father is a great man. My father does not insult my dignity. He does not kill me. He does not shoot us. You are not a symbol for us. Your dignity does not concern us. We care about the dignity of the people. Your life does not concern us. We care about the lives of the people. It does not mean that you participated in the plans of the October 1973 war since the days of the late Gamal Abdel Nasser that they are written in your name, and that you are the sole hero of the war. You did not invent the airstrike. There are thousands of others who participated in this glorious war, and died for a free homeland. And not in order to write in their names airstrikes or war operations. Disgraced President. Your presence was not important to the stability of Egypt, because you lost your legitimacy. So leading the great people of Egypt was an honor that you did not deserve. Disgraced President. I am not sorry for you no matter what happened to you. All my regrets will be for the generations that drank from your corruption. This speech is dedicated to all the martyrs of negligence and violence caused by Mubarak and his era in it. And you have nothing in it, ousted President.
برجاء الضغط على الاشتراك باللون الأحمر والجرس حتى يتسنى لي الاستمرار في العمل. مع الشكر الخالص لسيادتكم.